on a stick. So who knew? Someone from the sunniest place in the world, aka me, would hold a freaking stick and have a puck. And it's the first time I'm doing this. And I'm like, how do you know how you hold a hockey stick? How the hell do you know? Obviously it's not taped, and I'm not gonna get there to yet. I think I just need to get used to holding a freaking stick. And I've been told that it's like, and I don't know if that's true or not, but the way that you know that you're holding the stick is like, if you were to hold a broom, how would you sweep? And usually I have my right hand up. So yeah, it's the first time I'm holding a stick, and it's the first time I am, like, how the hell do you hold it? I am holding the broom like that, so my right hand side is on top. How the hell? And then, you have that little puck. You don't hold it like that, I guess you hold it a little like that. And then,
thoughts with wild hair in the background. So the session is about an hour. First 15 to 20 minutes, I take my time to go around freaking a lot of laps. Every time I step on the ice, it feels like it's the first time I'm stepping on ice at this stage. Today, I was not planning on learning how to do or like practicing my backwards, but I started doing my backwards and I was really happy. And there was a girl there, she was doing some lessons because I don't do lessons, I just like learn by myself. And I was like, do you have any recommendations for backwards? And then she said, you have to do lemons backwards. I'm quite comfortable with the lemons forward. And I think the reason why I'm comfortable is because I have been quad skating and I know how to do lemons front, so it was easy and it's the same principle. So lemons forward, tick. Lemons backwards, it was a little bit harder in the beginning. What I do is that I do a little bit like laps and then I forget about, and then I do a little bit backwards and then I do more laps and then I come back to it. And every time I come back to it, it's almost like the muscle memory is there and it just helps. Standing on one foot, on the right, on the left, my left foot is stronger, so I can stand on the left foot more than the right one. So probably my left is the dominant leg. And also what I'm doing, and I've learned, when you turn your shoulders, you just like move. So if you want to move to the right, you turn your shoulders to the right, almost like it's your shoulders, then it's your hips, then it's your legs, and then you go left and right. And then the last thing that I think I'm going to try next time is the hockey stop. I am terrified. But I think as well, like when I was doing the turning my shoulders to the right, I could feel like, okay, that could be the hockey stop, and then I have to lean a little bit to the back. So that's what I'm going to try on session 4. Bit chaotic. So today is half term. The ring is a bit chaotic. It's just a lap day today, I guess. I managed to get a space and time to practice my backwards. And what I've learned is that do not look down when you're skating backwards. Bend your knees. And just do it. Just practice. Lesson of the day. Another day, another skate. This time, I have my own skates. I have upgraded. So I'm going to see how it feels like going from ring skates to my own beautiful skates. Also, I just thought I'd share this. I thought that the skates would be like very heavy. And I think that's probably because the ring skates are very heavy, and I thought that it was going to be the same. And also because I have some quad skates and they're heavy, but they're not. They're very light. I'm very surprised. Trying to lace up the skates for the first time, and I realized that I need to lace them up as high as possible. Yeah, so I just laced it up to here. And I feel like I need this one as well, because otherwise I don't have stability on my ankles, and they just like tend to move like that. So I want like more stable, and it's an interesting transition to go from ring skates to these skates. I feel like I don't have a lot of stability, so let's see if this is gonna make a difference. Oh my gosh, the first like few seconds on the ice was like so terrifying, but I think I'm starting to get used to them a little bit. The ankle stability is much better now, but I'm like shaking. Jesus, that's what you do when you just like first go on ice with something new. I think it's more in my head than anything else, to be honest, but yeah, I'm just gonna skate a little bit and see if I get used to it. Another thing that I noticed is that obviously these skates are much smoother on the ice, so there's like literally shape the ice better. Definitely you can do more things with them, like smooth. Main goal was to just literally get used to the skates. I did a little bit of backwards, not too much. So I started shifting my weight from right to left, and I start feeling a little bit more comfortable on that. Things that people don't tell you when you get your first skates. Those things hurt, especially when you first put them on, and for the first few tries they're gonna hurt a lot. My feet were just like numb. What do you do with the blade? Once you're done and you step off the ice, what do you do? Apparently you have to wipe them with a cloth, otherwise they rust. How would I know? I had to research that. How often do you sharpen your skates? I guess will depend on how much you use them, and how the hell do you sharpen them? Where do you go? How much does it cost? Some skate stuff arrived from Amazon, and how do I look like that? I have to calm down. From Amazon, and I thought I'd take this opportunity to also show you my skates, because why not? In case anyone is curious. So of course I got these, how are they called? Skate guards, and apparently you have to use them when you're walking. You know, when you're walking onto the, not onto the ice, but onto the floor to go through the ice. I got them like cheap from Amazon. Come on. How the hell? This packaging is the worst. Dude. Okay, I see. So it has this. What's wrong with you? Why would you do that? Just want me to make coffee and go. Skate reveal. Are you ready? Ta-da! I have no idea. I was kind of gifted this. So they just say Catalyst, and they're true skates, and I just love the color. And I guess you put this at the front and at the back, and then just put this. Probably I have to put this backwards. And yeah, I am not gonna do this now because I might just cut myself. And the other thing that I just wanted to mention are the soakers. I think they're called soakers. And yeah, I am rude. I didn't put them on because I didn't have them. They just arrived, and we're gonna put them. And apparently, what you have to do is step on the ice, clean the blade with a cloth, and then you just put this on. This baby's on. I might also cut myself, so I might do it off camera. There you go. Baby's ready to go. That would be a thumbnail or something like that. Yo. Thumbnail forever. So session 5, I lost track of skating. Let's go. Today I'm gonna do the same. Laps, get comfortable, work on my balance and control. Peaceful ice this morning. The very first step on the ice, like it always gets me. I always feel like I am skating for the first time, and I just need some time to warm up. Jesus. What I'm doing differently this time is I'm wearing lighter socks, so that hopefully my feet are not gonna hurt this time. Let's see. I've done very similar things like normally, a little bit of backwards, which is improving. And the main thing that I started doing today is learning how to increase speed. I have one more session before my holidays. Hot hair alert. Almost time for my 6th, I think, session of skating before I go on a huge break. Yeah, today's gonna be samey. I think there isn't any in particular that I am practicing. There was this guy that was there, and he was clearly a hockey player, and then he was doing the hockey stop, and I'm like, sir, can I ask you a question? I said, do you have any tips for me on how I can start learning the hockey stop? And then he said, well, he's told me that to hold on to the side of the ring and just slide my feet side to side and then shave the ice. Maybe I'll try a little bit of that, and maybe I can start that. I don't know. But cheers to session 6. Definitely more comfortable on the ice. really enjoyed this session. It was a lot, you know, when you obviously do it, it's like I'm gonna do one more lap and that's it. And then I was like, one more. And with this, I think I am gonna end this video here. Skates and moving skates is a pain in the A. So I'm gonna be documenting more of my journey of trying and learning hockey. Stay tuned. If you haven't watched my first video where I'm yapping about all the questions that I didn't know until I started thinking about learning how to play hockey in my 30s, make sure you watch that. And I'm gonna see you in my next video. Goodbye.